Welcome to the Derry Church kitchen. Today we will be doing 2 salad dressings. And one of the salad dressings that we'll be making is from this cookbook, Derry's Daily Flair. It's Joan Baum's. Next month we'll be using the recipes out of the Black Cookbook, Recipes and Remembrance of 1994. We're going to use 1 1/4 cup salad oil, a 1/2 cup of sugar, a 1/2 cup of vinegar, a juice of 1 lemon, 1 can of tomato soup, prepared mustard, Worcestershire, paprika, salt, and pepper. Mrs. Baum said that you can also add blue cheese crumbles for a different variety. Okay, let's get started. We'll put our vinegar. You can use a jar to mix this up, but I prefer to use a blender. It's really nice. It's 1/2 cup of sugar. We'll put in our 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of pepper. A teaspoon of paprika. 1 tablespoon of mustard. Always making a mistake here. Okay. And we have a can of Campbell's tomato soup. Clean that out as much as possible. Okay. Now it helps to put the oil in last, slowly, so the chances are it won't separate quite as fast for you. And I'm going to put this on blend. Getting a little thicker. If you want a nice stream, just a small amount at a time. Okay, now I do want to show you the lemon. We're going to do the juice of 1 lemon, but before we do that, I want to show you how to use a zester. Now, we're not going to use the zester, but if you hold whatever you're zesting in one hand and you pull toward yourself, instead of turning this, going like this and having it go into your bowl, you're going to be able to measure this a lot better. See, this side is sharp and this isn't, so you can run your finger down and measure it that way. Okay? Just a little hint, but we're not using the zest, we're just using the juice. Okay? Of course, we don't want any seeds. We'll just put a little bit of that in. Okay. Give that another whirl and you're finished. You refrigerate it and you're good to go. Okay.
So how long will that keep in your refrigerator?
I don't know. Maybe a week, week and a half. There isn't anything in there that would really, you don't have anything raw except the, your lemon. And now you probably made twice as much that you would buy in a bottle at the store for a very nominal cost. Okay, we'll put the top in there and that goes right into your refrigerator. And that is Mrs. Baum's French dressing. The next salad dressing that we're going to make is Hershey chocolate Balsamic Vinaigrette. And this is a salad dressing that we make when we have special events, like if the presbytery is coming for meetings or something, when we have guests, because it's a little bit different. Sometimes you have to shame them into trying it, but once they try it, they're hooked. I don't know where I got this recipe, but I do know that it is served at the Hershey Motor Lodge, which isn't the Hershey Motor Lodge anymore. It's okay. Oh, it's a Lodge and Convention Center. I'm just showing my age. Okay, so anyway, what you use is 1 tablespoon of scallions. Now I use a teaspoon of onion powder in replacement so you can keep it a little bit longer in your refrigerator. Dijon mustard, olive oil, balsamic vinegar, chocolate syrup. The original recipe says dark syrup. It's a little hard to find at times. And the last time I was at the Motor Lodge and Convention Center, it was a little sweeter and lighter, so I'm thinking they're using milk, the regular milk chocolate syrup. And then a taste of salt and pepper, okay? So what we're gonna do is we'll put in our vinegar. Now this definitely I would not mix this up in a jar because of the thickness of your syrup. I've always made this in a blender. And then we have the teaspoon of Dijon mustard. I'm going to use the 1 teaspoon of the onion powder in place of the tablespoon of scallions. I think that's just easier to use. We're going to use some salt and pepper. It's just a taste. Just throw that in there. And the salt to taste. It helps all the flavors marry. Okay. Now we're going to blend this and get this well blended. Now again, we're going to drizzle the olive oil in so it won't separate for you in the refrigerator. I prefer to bring this out of the refrigerator maybe 45 minutes to an hour before you want to use it because it is quite thick. Okay? And then we'll just drizzle this in and we will be finished. stirring the blender up a little bit. That olive oil went in a little fast in the beginning, but if it does separate, you can always stir it with a spoon before you serve it. I don't know of any place except Hershey that serves chocolate on their salads, but it is quite yummy. There we go.